seeing a few videos saying that Travis almost said Travis Jenner. He is Travis Jenner at this point. I've been seeing a few videos that Travis Scott is cheating on Kylie Jenner, and I'm not smirking because it's funny. It's not. I'm smirking because the woman that he is supposedly cheating with, yungsweetro, is like this internet niche celebrity at this point. I remember in seeing the events happening and going down in real time. This isn't this new woman that he is like just being seen around with. This is someone who he's been like fucking with literally for over 10 years now. I don't know about you. I've always loved celebrity gossip. However, I try to empathize with the fact that like this is real people's lives. I just love a story where like the hoe becomes the problem, not because it's the hoe's fault. And I'm saying a hoe very endearingly with quotes that I can't use right now. People just never learn, and it's never the hoe's fault. It's always the man in the middle. Yet, for some reason, that's never an option that people are like, maybe it's just all Travis's fault. With that being said, I'm going to review and refresh my memory by using celebrity deep dives. I'm going to give them all the credit. I do remember like a lot of these subtweets that were happening. However, I cannot take credit for like the absolutely cohesive timeline that Celeb Deep Dives has. And all of the receipts that they have. Also, ignore my lips and the way that I'm talking. I got them done today. I'm sorry. Hello. The whole reason I wanted to make this video is because I'm interested in the astrology of it all, especially because we have this eclipse coming up. And if anyone's been following me for a while, I was looking at Travis Scott and Kylie's chart over. Did I just say Travis Scott? What the fuck? Travis's chart and Kylie's chart. Oh my, around her birthday of this year, because when we had the Mars-Uranus North Node eclipse, thought for some reason that maybe they like got privately engaged, that there was just going to be like a very abrupt, crazy, out of left field thing in their love lives of Travis's birth time. So I don't know his exact rising sign. However, when I was looking at it over the summer, I could have sworn he was a Scorpio rising. It would make this far more dramatic. However, the eclipse in Scorpio on October 25th, the new moon solar eclipse, is going to be at 2 degrees of Scorpio. It's going to be square his natal Saturn, his natal Jupiter, and then opposite his natal moon. Good luck, buddy. And the full moon solar eclipse in Taurus on October 11th is going to be opposite his natal sun. Like, if he is a Scorpio rising, which we don't know for sure, eclipses would be a little bit more important in terms of Kylie because it would be in his first house of self versus his 7th house of relationships. Let's get into it. This is yungsweetro. Listen, there's an elephant in the room that we have to acknowledge. A lot of her photos are very heavily edited. This is one of the more normal ones I can find of her. She's gorgeous. You can tell she's gorgeous. The editing is like, what's going on here? Travis and Rose timeline begins back around 2012. And this is what Kylie looked like at the time. It's not that she's ugly. She's not. She's a child. It's gonna take a while. I need to make a part 2. Okay, Travis, Kylie, and I'm going to refer to her as Ro, part 2. The problem does not begin with cheating, it begins with men getting famous. Because there's always a young, if you will, sweet thing on the arm of a man coming up, typically rappers, and it's a girl who's usually like a little bit of a groupie, a little bit of a girlfriend, supporting and rooting on this man until he upgrades, quote unquote, or graduates to leaving that girl behind in order to more legitimate public relationship with a celebrity female counterpart that has a lot more legitimacy. The problem begins with balancing this woman that probably is very fun, probably have a bond with for the fact that you stepped into your famehood and shared it with this person, versus having now a more serious at stake relationship in the public eye with, I would assume, one of the more horrific families in terms of publicity. What happens to the old hoe? Nothing. They stay in orbit and typically get strung along by the celebrity rapper while maintaining a admirable goals relationship with the celebrity woman. The thing that's important here is with other rappers, it usually is like a hometown girlfriend. Let me be clear, Travis was not like making beats in his basement for the first time with this girl. This girl is from LA, and it doesn't even seem like they were ever really dating. Seems like something where Ro was okay with Kylie having to be in the picture, but she, quote unquote, knew that what they had was real and what him and Kylie had was just for cameras. And again, what does that boil down to? The man probably just feeding both women whatever they want to hear and then being pitted against each other. What we need to know is they know about each other. It's not a secret. I'm going to start with just building credibility to the foundation that Ro and Travis had with each other starting 10 years ago. And this is from Celeb Deep Dives, and the very earliest thing that we have is from Travis Scott's Tumblr. I miss when celebrities had Tumblrs. In 2011, of somebody anonymously saying, "Is Persian Barbie Ro your girlfriend? Haha, lol." No, at the time, anonymous Tumblr speak. This was either Ro herself or a friend probably asking, or a groupie, whoever, a fan. And haha, lol being either or fuck no, and not being true because they've been fucking with each other the whole time. Really set the scene. Real OG Instagram Kylie, like pre-King Kylie people know that Kylie's Instagram at the time was I put the district on my back. She was close with Jaden Smith, so nothing made sense. It was the era of limp deuces, and this is her little Misfits outfit. Oh, look at her. Main thing to keep in mind here is that Ro and Travis communicated very cryptically. Pattern of like coded emojis that were like code names for each other and ways of communicating with each other. It's a sign of the times, and this was the first photo. A lot of this is just going to be them in the same places at the same time, and we want to note the teddy bear emoji. The teddy bear becomes very consistent in the story. Travis, Kylie, Ro, part 3. Ro and Travis's infamous teddy bear photo. This is when Travis got his short hair. Ro posts this like, we about to make it baby, we about to hit it big money photo with the caption mood CDCDC emoji and a horse emoji. This was months before the drop of Rodeo, like the extended version. So again, Travis Scott is already famous in the sense that he already dropped his mixtape, still very early on in his journey. Thing interesting to note is that I'm pretty sure Travis Scott and Justine Skye dated. I feel like I've heard that before, I could be wrong. However, it's funny regardless that Travis is literally with Kendall and Justine Skye around 2015 as well. This time, Ro is also like fucking around at Drake's. We know this is Drake's house because there's like a statue in the back that indicates that. Again, like I don't think Travis and Ro are boyfriend-girlfriend serious at all, but it seems like they constantly go in and out of each other's lives around this point. Again, this is all pre-Kylie. He's wearing his merch, Drake's ring, Ro's ring. Pretty similar. Anonymous celebrity gossip website, Ro is always talking about how she's fucking around with Drake. Look up girly, she has the teddy bear emoji. She has some flowers, presumably from Travis. He keeps sending her flowers throughout this entire thing. I still hate you, though. Travis drops birds in the tracks. YUNGSweetro posted again with the CD emoji, and at the bottom, gold records about you. In combination with her spending so much time with Travis, and then the producer literally saying the album's about you. Most of the songs we can attribute to being about her, especially Sweet Sweet, because allegedly Ro is a little bit of a coke girly and loves her some coke. And that's mentioned a lot throughout a lot of the songs. His later albums that I think everybody assumed was about Kylie, specifically in Astro World, there's some things that I think collectively everyone was like, didn't know Kylie was about that life. Or also like, this doesn't make sense because why is Kylie being spoken about in third person? Where we can kind of put 2 and 2 together and be like, are all these songs literally about Ro? And if you want all the details or just a much clearer timeline, go to Celeb Deep Dives. I know I've said it 10 times. I just feel I'm really rushing a timeline that actually has so much more to it. This is where things get important because Kylie steps into the picture. 2017, baby, April 6th, she and Tyga break up. Thank fuck. Coachella, I saw Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner making out during the Dylan Francis set. Her walking with him at Coachella. If I was Tyga, I'd be sick. Literally only like 2-3 weeks went by. Moved very quickly. This is literally the same month. The infamous Rockets pictures. Has since deleted so many things. The things that I'm getting are just screenshots from that blog post. Where it does seem like from April to like fall of 2017, Travis is like all in on Kylie. We know that Kylie ended up being pregnant and gave birth in, I believe, February of 2018. They started talking and dating in like April, and by fall, there was a baby in her. So they must have had like a crazy, intense love affair. And it seems like Ro kind of fell off of Travis's radar from what we know or what we can at least see now. And Travis either hooked up and then got pregnant and then got super close, or she immediately got pregnant when they first started dating. And September rolls around. Kylie, Travis, YUNGSweetro, part 4. September 2017, Kylie is in her 3rd trimester. She's about to pop in 3 months, and Ro receives some flowers. No biggie, right? Important to note is right before Kylie and Travis started publicly being out together, towards the late of April 2017, Ro and Travis were still hanging out like literally a month prior to that. This is February. On the same day, just a few days later, they're together. They're in the same place. March comes around. Ro's birthday is March 11th. She was celebrating with her friends. When I feel like Kylie stopped talking to Tyga, maybe started either hooking up with Travis and got pregnant or just started dating him. Can't see it, but she put the blue butterfly emoji. Deep into Kylie's pregnancy, Kylie and Travis are super cute. Everybody's obsessed with them. Nobody knows that she's publicly pregnant yet. She's just hidden. Everyone's like, what's going on? It's October. He's in the studio. Crazy because Ro puts this on her story. She's also in the studio. December, Kylie is still pregnant. Travis is in the strip club. Kylie drops the infamous to our daughter. It's beautiful. Everyone's so happy that she's having a baby. She gives birth. Is a mother now with a real child for 1 month on this earth. Travis is in the studio. Locked in is the caption. The see you later as well. Days later, he posts this, and the caption is "Don't bother." He's literally like, "Kylie, leave me alone." The big assumption, it could just be like, "Everybody leave me alone, I'm working on an album." But at the same time, though, literally the same day he posts that, Ro is on a beautiful wintry wonderland vacation. In fact, I wonder who took this photo. Oh, that's right, Travis did, because he's been there the whole time, right? Actually can't believe he said "don't bother" while he was with her. Such a slap in the face. But Kylie's like, "Fuck you guys, I'm buying a new car." Kylie's at home doing a little photo shoot. She's been home this whole time. This is where my own opinion comes in, where I'm just like, if you know something's going on like this, and I know Kylie's like younger at the time too, and looking back when I was that age in 2017, I probably would have been maybe functioning the same way, but I would just throw in the damn towel at that point if I knew something was going on, because this is where it all becomes very triangular and subliminal and like petty, and it's just messy because at the end of the day, this is all just Travis's fault. Like, girls, calm down. Instead of calming down or leaving Travis, I don't blame her. She has a kid. No one wants to be a single mom, and she literally just gave birth. She shows up there. Ro leaves. Kylie arrives. Some petty, like meaningless things happening at this point. The reason this becomes concerning is that Ro, who's supposedly just like this side hoe, actually at Kanye's Sunday service, which is like extremely exclusive and kind of a no hoes allowed type of thing. Kylie's family is there. Kris Jenner's there. Kourtney's there. And this is what makes me think that maybe Kylie has a similar experience to Khloe in ways that we don't see as much. Part 4, it literally gets worse. This part 5, Kylie, Travis, Ro, part 5, I think. I want to take this moment to note that Travis has a few years on Kylie, about like 6 years older than her. Having a child at 20 years old and in front of the spotlight obviously is hard. To get fucking cheated on, bro, at all, and then to have it like during your pregnancy, during the most vulnerable part, just be 20 and thinking, "Oh my god, I need to keep my man," actually considering I just had a baby with him, so I'm willing to chase him across to this snowy land. Competition with this other woman is sad. I'm not saying it's sad like it's embarrassing, it's sad like it's sad. Celeb Deep Dives, this is where they start to show how the lyrics maybe line up with Ro a little bit more than Kylie in some parts. I hit that booger sugar, Coke girl, sweet sweet, talking about forever, got a whole week, but she know my baby mama is a trophy. She knows my baby's mother. This isn't about Kylie. Kylie's in third person. Just hit me if anything's past due. Kylie's not gonna miss a bill. Whole family told me I'm a bad move, plus I'm already a black dude. We know the Kardashians love black men a little too much. They told me I'll be bad for you. Don't worry, I'll be back for you. She ended up at the North Pole. This is where remorse goes. That shit'll have you in divorce court. Even the top line saying this is for those who hear it in Morse code. Like, they literally communicate in code. And I'm not really harping on it as much as I maybe should be doing, and that's why I want you guys to read the blog as well. But the uses of the emojis and the codes and all the subliminals is like unreal. So I don't know if I edited this out before, but bacon was like another code word that he used for her supposedly, and he says, "I need bacon." This was way back before Kylie. I really hope I'm not repeating myself and that I actually forgot to take this out. This one says, "waiting on the bacon." The North Pole thing too makes me think like, still ended up in North Pole. It'll have you in divorce court. Like, it makes me think of this snowy little trip. It stresses me out. Back into present time. Sorry, it looks like I'm literally in a haunted graveyard. Ro is somewhere. So is Travis. Ro posts this at Doheny. At the top floor, right there off Doheny. Goosebumps. Travis throws a Halloween party. Ro deleted the photo, but she was tagged at Delilah's. It was at the party, and Kylie was actually there as well. This photo is like the photo that came up for that day. Dossie was there. Anonymous T website is saying that she's fucking with Drake again. Coincidentally lines up perfectly with the Astro World Tour. Kylie made sure to be at every fucking show with Stormi. I actually went to the Astro World Tour. My boyfriend bought us tickets. And there was this very elaborate roller coaster that Kylie would get on. If this was for every show, I was at the Madison Square Garden one in New York City. I never guessed there was so much drama behind it. The tour name was called Wish You Were Here. There was a lot of teddy bear imagery. Wish you were here. Who are you talking about? If I was Kylie, I'd be like, "I'm right here. Kylie, Travis, Roe, Part 6. It's the end of 2018. The Astro World Tour is still happening. It's seemingly a happy family. Roe is busy with Drake or something. They got her man back, and Travis is a family man. All seemed well. Kylie had like super valence to make sure he wasn't fucking sleeping with anybody on tour. Happy New Year. It's 2019. We're a happy family. So happy that we're considering a second child. Travis sends Kylie some beautiful flowers for Valentine's Day. Or he does for Roe too. 2 weeks later, Kylie's like, you're fucking cheating on me. Cancels the concert. Kylie's letting it run through the media. We have to remember the Kardashians are very much in cahoots with TMZ, and you'll start to see them exercising it in their favor. Happy birthday, Roe. March is the month that seems like things get fucked up because it's her birthday. She captions this when your best friend sees you looking at the guy you've been trying to cut off since 2011. Need to note that for Kylie, between Valentine's Day and then March 1st, the Jordan Woods Tristan scandal happened. So she just lost her best friend, or at least had to deal with the chaos of the news breaking. Finding out that she got cheated on, her transits were a little awful. Chiron just entered her 4th house of home and family. Uranus just entered her 5th house of romance. North Node was going through her 7th house of relationships, so that was kind of the beginning of the end in terms of her probably having to learn a lot of lessons in her interpersonal relationships. Saturn, her chart ruler, was going through her 1st house, squaring her natal Saturn. Saturn square Saturn is hell, and that's who she is versus her comfort zone, what's most comfortable to her, her home and family. Those things being tested. Pluto conjunct Venus in her 1st house. Of her accusing Travis of cheating, he deactivated his Instagram. Grow up. He reactivated it literally days later. Roe posts this: how many times a day do you block and unblock me, girl? Cole about her struggling to trust him while he's on tour. March 15th from Roe. March 16th from Kylie. Kylie and Travis get lunch soon after that with Stormy, and then on the anonymous blogger site, T says that there's no allegedly boo. Roe was hanging out with his family, and I guess has a million times before. He is that she's a med school groupie, she's loaded. I guess her besties and her were like trying to live this lifestyle. Friend got pregnant with a rapper. She was hooked on Travis to do, I assume, the same thing, but it happened with Kylie. Roe is at Coachella, the death scare you give any girl who's looking at bae. Kylie is there with Travis, glued to the hip, presumably to avoid this one. It seems like her and Travis are on good terms again, and popping out with a look together. This is when Sunday service happens. Roe is there, Kylie is there. I feel like Kylie starts to accept her fate. The next one, again, it literally gets worse. Kylie, Travis, and YUNGSweetro, Part 7. She's gonna be old Sweet Roe by the time I finish this. Spring of 2019. Sorry? So Roe's at the Sunday service. And so is Kylie. And so is her family. And this is the shit that I'm just like, thank fucking God this isn't my life. I can just assume it's the most toxic shit ever, whether it's you have to show up despite the fact that she's going to be there. You need to show her. We all saw how the Kourtney Kardashian shit went down with Jordan, and the fact that my family would be there, and no. But again, they know who each other are, and they're now just crossing, like they're overlapping physically in the same place at the same time. That's why I'm wondering when I say I think Kylie accepted her fate, in the sense that I'm like, is this where all the open relationship stuff came from, where we're just like, oh, they're just cool? Or is it an act of desperation, like, oh my God, fine, I just don't even care anymore. If she has to be in the picture, she has to be in the picture. I feel like the Kardashians are always like, as long as you're the one that looks like they're in control, you won. And it seems like Kylie has a lot more control in the narrative to say, oh, it's an open relationship, rather than the humiliation that comes with, yeah, I lost my man and my baby daddy to an Instagram model. Especially since the Kardashians constantly fight that they're not just, a pretty thing. Anyways, this is where it breaks my heart. So Kylie throws Travis a party, and she buys him a Lambo. If you follow me, you would know that this is something I just wouldn't do for a man, especially if I had any inkling that he was not loyal to me. Think your boyfriend's cheating on you, don't buy him a car, right? That's good advice for a lot of rapper girlfriends. It's not going to prove anything. He's just going to cheat on you and now have a car. And he's going to use that car to cheat on you. Look, I'm going to hang out right here for a second. These are the photos that Kylie posted to my left. And these are the photos that Roe posted because Kylie invited her. Ro and Kylie are both there. A blind item was sent in that said, "Dear A-list reality star with a lucrative side gig, I have told you in detail about how your rapper boyfriend cheats on you and how he does it. New low, though, might be when he invited one of those women to the party that you threw for him. You shouldn't let him do that to you." And it was signed Love and Bacon, which I guess kind of makes sense in the context, I don't know. But Travis invited her, and he calls her Bacon. Just like, bro, I don't know if the flex was supposed to be like, yeah, you can come because I'm throwing this party. Like, the flex is that, you know, she was able to provide that. Maybe she was trying to be the bigger person. Tea about Ro and Drake hooking up, and I guess when Drake gave the VMA speech to Rihanna about like being in love with her, Ro hooked up with him like literally 2 weeks prior, and how she's Travis's main chick, and Travis even bought her a ring. Kylie has a baby. Not a ring. Almost done. Hello, I'm sorry for the delay. For those of you that are new to following me, I'm a professional tarot reader and astrologer, and that was the whole fucking point of making these videos, was because I wanted to look at the astrology aligning with a resurfacing celebrity drama. Also, a lot of you booked a reading with me, and I'm super excited to be able to do this one-on-one with you guys with your own personal life. There's a few things we need to address first. The first one being that I look jaundiced and I look like I'm dying because I used Grande Lash last night, so just excuse that. Second thing, I am fully aware that I do not know these women. I am not huffing and puffing and foaming out of the mouth over my own personal opinion or what I believe to be true or not to be true. And quite honestly, I don't care what's true. I just love talking. You guys also do not know these people, therefore please stop being mean to each other in the comments. I understand it's a sensitive topic. Anytime cheating, women, celebrities, especially that are Kardashians comes up, I can't fuck up again today. It's gonna be hell, and I understand that. But just settle down. The Kardashians are not paying you to defend them. They are not these little weak victimhood women. They have a show about all of this, and it's public information. This is not my neighbor who I am exposing. I am not reading from Kylie Jenner's diary. And to be quite honest, I'm like literally defending both of the women in this situation. And lastly, to those people saying, don't you know this is old news? Everybody knew this 5 years ago. Laughing emoji. Yeah, we know. Thank you, boy genius. The reason I'm bringing it back up is because Ro was like recently spotted with Travis again. That's literally the only reason I started making the videos, was because I was like, oh my god, this was a throwback to some drama I watched go down a few years ago. Be nice to each other in the comments, please. I'm going to start by addressing a few holes in the story. I think it's incredibly naive and literally batshit insane to say that Ro has been incredibly photoshopping things for 10 years and that she never even knew Travis. That feels like a Kardashian planted story if I've ever heard one. She's been with Travis before. Whether they were as close as she made it seem, that's debatable. I know a lot of people are mentioning that she was actually like dating a friend of his, but like made it look like she was closer to Travis. That's where you need to go to celeb deep dives, because they have all of this written down. I guess supposedly people thought, I guess the theory was that she was dating someone named Chauncey, who was a producer. He was in close proximity to Travis all the time, so she made it look like she was with Travis when she was actually with him. This was debunked, and I guess Chauncey himself, I really hope I'm saying that right, was like, no, we're just friends. And in this video, it's a recorded live of Ro being incredibly frustrated over the fact that people think that she was dating him. I guess it's embarrassing, and I guess he has like an ex-wife that he was super abusive to. I'm not gonna get into that here. Fuck Chauncey overall. But this video, I think, gives a lot of insight too. Like, watching her speak is interesting. Like, this woman, I think, antagonizes, but I don't think she's like some psycho lying about everything. I was like, let me be a good host and put the ring light back on. Spilled freshly searing, burning hot coffee all over my floor. Kylie, Ro, and Travis, part 8. Things are going to start moving a little bit quicker. Also, side note, as a woman, as soon as you speak about a celebrity, you are ridiculed for being superficial and stupid and needing to talk about something more important. And again, I've told you guys, I'm not built for this internet shit because I get annoyed. But every single one of you saying, there's more important things to talk about. And talk about it, babe. I talk about important things over here as well. You having only 3 videos, one of them being the silhouette challenge of last year, I would equally say there's more important things to talk about. But it's the Met Gala, baby. It is now May 6th of 2019. Mid-May, Ro is in Miami because Travis is in Miami and he's headlining for Rolling Loud. 2 weeks later, Travis posts this teddy bear emoji. Ro likes it. No biggie. We are now in June 2019. Ro is in Houston, Texas. Same day, just a few hours later, Travis is also in Houston. This is where things begin to get a little sad. Kylie posts this on her story, which is very Chloe-esque, giving the love you want to receive. Followed by this of Stormy, who is in the hospital. This post is not even 24 hours after the Houston, proof that they were together. The same city, whatever. June 3rd, next day, Travis is performing at a girl's graduation party. His baby and the mother of his child were in the hospital, and I feel like a graduation party is not a good enough reason or big enough of an event to not just drop it and fly home. Woo! Travis, she wants you to come home. This is like very public. The news is running with the stories. A week later, June 10th, Roe is on Travis's Lamborghini. June 21st, captions it Sweet Sweet. Song supposedly about Roe. It's for his serial collaboration. It is now July 2nd, and Roe posts this photo, which throws the internet in flames because those are supposedly Travis's shoes in the back. This is where the Chauncey stuff gets involved. The person who wrote the blog used this photo as proof. This photo was taken 2 weeks prior to the photo that Roe took. I also want to note that she has a lot of butterfly rings and jewelry in general, lots of butterflies. That was one of the emojis that she would use. Something I think that's funny and interesting is that Kylie actually on her show said she hates butterflies, she's very afraid of them. We know that she uses them a lot for Travis and Stormy because I guess there was something where she was like, yeah, I used to hate them until I found out that butterfly effect was written about me. But Roe was supposedly the initial butterfly effect lover. She liked this photo of the actual definition. She liked this photo before butterfly effect even came out. But Roe supposedly posted a photo or a video of her with butterflies. Caption butterfly effect before the song even came out. I guess it was supposed to be about her. There's a line too in it that's sweet like candy cane, sweet Roe. Who knows? Travis is like, bye, have fun on your girls trip, get the fuck out of my face. And then Travis goes to Vegas. Travis, Roe, Kylie motherfucking Jenner, part 9. Kylie's on her Kylie Skin Girls trip. Travis is in Vegas. It's July 28th. They seem to be getting along, and Kylie's like, you're cute, whatever. Here's Travis chilling with the boys, doing whatever boys do in Vegas with each other. I'm sorry. That would be fucking hoes left and right. What are you gonna do together in Vegas? And they don't seem to know either. Zoe, what did we just do? I don't know. Let's ask Roe. Because she's there. She's there. Look at the floor. It is posted a few days later. Who knows? Who cares? Happy birthday, Kylie. It's August 11th. And Kylie is blessed. Roe doesn't really like that. Because if you're blessed about material things, baby, then you're not blessed. It's literally the day after. I remember this happening. And it's clear now that there's intentional feuding. There's Kardashian haters in the comments. People are catching on now. Whatever. A month goes by. This interview comes out. A week after that interview dropped, Roe posted this, and there's a caption somewhere of her saying, nothing matters as long as you know where the truth is. And then there was some photo that I'm assuming was of a bathtub with shot glasses next to it or something, where a friend of Roe's was commenting, joking, being like, thank you for setting up our shot glasses, our bath together was amazing. And Roe saying, me and Bae appreciate you covering for us even when we don't ask you to. The friend pretending, oh, this was our trip, or we took a bath together, covering for whoever Bae is. That same day, Travis is traveling somewhere, and on that same day, Kylie posts something that I think is a carousel post with multiple photos, and then one of the photos is something with her, Stormy, and Travis. The caption is, ain't no Game Boy, with the little controller emojis. But then she later deletes the photo of Travis and Stormy and her off of the carousel. Literally all on the same day, September 19th. People noticed that one was taken down, and they were like, did they literally break up? Why did she post it and delete it so quickly? 2 days later, I assume Travis is still not present unless he flew back that day, whatever. Kylie cancels her Emmy's appearance. She says, I'm sick. So sick that she gets hospitalized for a severe illness. She cancels a Balmain appearance. Travis, baby, come home. Oh my god, he never gets the fucking hint. Well, he does. He doesn't care. Kylie's in the hospital. Roe then posts a video with a butterfly overlay that is now deleted. A day goes by, Kylie's still in recovery, and Travis is chilling with some high-value men. 2 days later, Kylie's probably still in bed, and when you're in bed like that, you're gonna be creeping all day, and Roe posts this to her story, knowing what she's doing. We are closing out September. Kylie's like, I'm back, bitches, I'm fine. And now she's about to head to Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber's wedding. Literally a crossover episode. Kylie, Roe, Travis, part 10. Kylie's on her way to the Bieber's wedding. She looks amazing. People thought this was a controversial dress choice. TMZ is like, everybody's coming to this fucking wedding, baby. Kylie is coming with Travis. But Travis is not photographed with Kylie, and TMZ just happens to leak. TMZ. Kardashian Network just happens to leak this photo of her and Jaden Smith, her ex, dancing together. Also, this photo, what in the 8th grade school dance? Hold the phone. Kylie was with her ex, and that led to a relationship breakup the very next day. Also, Kylie's like having the time of her life in this photo. I feel like this is a like, I'm done with my boyfriend, fuck my boyfriend, I'm having fun tonight photo. So at this time, people know about Roe. It's probably like a gossip website thing, a low-key Twitter thing. It's not like a headline news thing. So there was something where media takeout, the post is now deleted, wrote a blog saying that the screenshot of Roe showing that she was blocked by Kylie was fake, like a lot of you guys have commented. However, that was later debunked because I guess during that time when you would screenshot even speaking to verified people, the checkmark was not there. It was not just with Kylie, it was with anybody who was verified. Should I get a bob? Just to make that clear. Then the next day, so the day after that breakup, headline goes live after the wedding, Travis has been with his side chick for years. Meanwhile, y'all were screaming goals at him and Kylie. And then these are some of the photos that I included in this. People are like, hold up, okay, wait. The day after the breakup headline, Kylie's seen at fucking Tyga's recording studio. I don't care why she was there, what she was doing. It's just such a bad look, and this is also a Tyga hate account. Also, I'm gonna defend Kylie again in this sense, just regarding her relationship, like her real relationship with Tyga. Everyone being like, why did Kylie set herself up like this? She deserves what she's getting because of, allowing this to slide. The girl was literally groomed by a grown man and her own family who has complete oversight of the way that the entertainment industry works and how they don't value women, let alone little girls, allowed it to happen. And I know you can't stop a 16-year-old from dating the boy that they want, but like none of that was okay to begin with. If I was Kylie, I would have fucking offed myself already. Not in a super side way. I would have ruined my reputation before I turned 14. So for her to only walk out pretty much unscathed with just like a side chick, or maybe like embarrassing her a little bit, I think she's doing pretty good. But she was seen at the studio. Stop. This looks like an edit of them together. Kylie's like, you fucking idiots. No, I was dropping off my friend. Who knows what happened? Don't care. Tyga. Phone on the counter. The Kardashians as well as Kylie aren't dumb though. They know how to work with the media. Nothing's an accident. She supposedly went out of a different exit, but an onlooker reported this. I think it was on purpose to maybe get Trav a little scared. Part 11. So the Tyga studio thing just like doesn't add up. She was dropping her friends off, but she left an hour later and she left with the friends. She went out of a different exit so nobody could see her, but somehow an onlooker saw her and reported this. People were also like, okay, Kylie's a mother. Like, why would they be like, Kylie, give us a ride? Like, just take a fucking Uber? Also, the tweet makes me think that she did want to bring attention to it because we know that the Kardashians, when they really truly want to avoid something, they keep their mouths shut. Travis literally fucking killed people. And that family was just like, I'm gonna be on SNL. Like, they know when to keep their mouths shut, and I think because she tweeted about it, it was a little bit more like, making sure somebody saw it. Somebody. Next day, Ro is really getting into the media more. It hits the shade room. Shade room is literally a lake with hundreds of ducks. And this post is like throwing a piece of bread into the crowd of ducks. Ro posts this on her story. None of the rumors are true. It's just the internet creating a false narrative. Please stop spreading lies and leave us alone because it's affecting real lives. Thank you. This is a shock and very out of character for somebody who's like, tell your baby daddy I said thank you. Because obviously a lot of the content is like, look at me, look at me, look at me. But then when she gets looked at, it's like, why are you looking at me? Give me my privacy, you're affecting real lives. So this felt manufactured. It was weird. She edits the statement to then say, please leave him, her, and I alone. Because her saying leave us alone seemed like she was like, leave me and Travis alone. Leave Kylie out of this. This literally looks like a meme. And then Travis posts this on his story. It's really affecting when you see false things said about you. Once again, these false stories about me cheating are just simply not true. Whenever men cheat, they sound so poetic. It's simply not true. Focusing on life and family at this moment is what's real. I said a whole lot of nothing. Ro then posts this on her story, and you can't see it really well. It's the white print right there. But it says, I wish everybody was raising teenage daughters to know better than to worship people like that. Then she posts this with the caption, told you. Just kidding. Ro deletes the video of her backstage and the photo of the teddy bear and Travis. Also, to everybody saying that wasn't Travis, yes it was, he just had shorter hair, and it's debunked in the blog post. And there was something somewhere in Travis's song where it was literally like a noting to the fact that a girl has been there for him since the short hair. Also, within this time, Highest in the Room drops, and people think that the lyric, "I'm doing a show, I'll be back soon, that ain't what you want to hear," is alluding to like the canceled concert show from when Kylie accused him of cheating and he had to fly home and reschedule the show in order to like sort out the situation with her. Kylie says it's hard to trust him on tour because they spend very little time together. October 24th, she says, "I'm tired of biting my tongue." Ro posts this. It reads to go on to say that she did exactly what the family asked her of. She had to, edit the statement. She didn't make any money off of this. She was dragged into it. They're an evil family. She's blackballed from the industry. Part 12. Still October 24th. Ro is still going off. She wants the truth to reveal itself, but nobody ever will reveal the family, expose the family, because everybody's paid off. They have too much control in so many places, and by speaking up against them, you'll lose all your opportunities. Ro, at this point, another perk of being a hoe is that, again, I say hoe in a nice way, you get things like a Fashion Nova sponsorship and a bunch of free stuff from boutiques. Somebody wants to do your lashes for free. People want you to model. You literally get opportunities. I guess she was losing opportunities because of the Kardashians. Somebody goes, "They blacklisted Jordan too. Very few companies work with her. You're not alone." Blue fucking butterfly. And then she said, "But I didn't do anything wrong. I'm literally a victim of the internet being crazy." And then she said, "I'm not saying Jordan did anything wrong either, but I don't need money. What I'm doing is much greater than a model. I'm not a fraudulent reality star." It's just crazy that people with all the money and the fame are so concerned with me when I haven't done a thing. That she blocked me because she's jealous and insecure. She's a con artist. I always speak my mind. I wasn't aware of how much influence they really had. She got it all out for the time being. At this point, clearly, Ro is just I don't know why I'm being dragged into this when it's about her. But I don't even think the problem is you took my man or you're cheating with my man. It's just that the Kardashians don't want bad publicity. And it's interesting because when it comes to Khloe, she takes the cake for being embarrassed. And in our minds, Khloe is casted as the victim. And for some reason with Khloe, I'm surprised they didn't double down on Ro being this hoe that everybody should attack for doing such a, heartless act to a mother. I feel like they were just get her out of here. I don't know if that's because she was close to Travis or because she knows shit or because she was at family events. They know who she is. She was around them. I don't know. It's all weird. Blind item about Rihanna, Travis, Kylie, and Ro. Rihanna dumped the rapper that got Kylie pregnant. He was sleeping with the same woman he's been sleeping with for years. Rihanna found that out and kicked him to the curb, and it looks like Kylie was just a little late to the game. Kylie reposts this from fucking Khloe. Some real life lessons we can learn here. If you're taking time apart from somebody who cheated on you, they cheated on you. They don't care. Posting a quote like this is not going to make them care. You're not going to flick the empathy switch off because they don't care. Okay, girlies, don't ever do that. Also, I think looking at celebrities in positions like this can be very reassuring to know that all the money, all the fame, all the attention in the world do not absolve you from being human and having human experiences, and they struggle just like us. They're insecure just like us. They retaliate on social media just like us. Ro's going off again. It is now November 14th, 2019. She's just because someone's famous doesn't mean that you should know anything about them. You get to see this stuff and log off. I don't. These were private moments. I just want it to go away. Sorry, I'm making a video about it. I'm literally on part 13. What does this remind you of? I'm not making fun of her. It was just funny. Okay. So after that story that Ro posts, them being a super powerful family or something, I don't even know, it's quiet for a little bit, and that was in November 2019. Things seem to be going well, and everyone's under the impression that Kris Jenner is probably Travis, watch your fucking moves. Also, I've seen a lot of stuff about how I guess Kris initially wanted to manage Travis, but he did not want to be managed by her. I feel like I saw stuff like that coming up around Astro World, and it's just interesting because obviously Kylie's heavily involved with Travis, and to be managing Kylie but not Travis can be messy because she can't tell him what to do and how to do it, but the things that he does reflects on Kylie. Anyways, she posts this super sexy photo, looks amazing. She goes, "Last thirst trap before the end of 2019. To which Travis responds with, "I would never recover." Not TMZ literally making fun of her. It's Celebrities, they're just like us. So since then, it's been quiet. Again, I think it's literally fucking insane to say that Ro and Travis were never interacting. If they weren't, this would never be a problem. Do you know how many people out there fake hooking up with celebrities, talking to them? She would not have been able to climb her way to that level of attention if she was insignificant. What does Travis think and feel about them? I don't know. I don't care. We're never gonna have the answers, and this is probably only like the tip of the iceberg. The takeaways are that celebrities are not better than us. They're not any different than us. They're certainly not any happier. Reality TV obviously isn't real. We do not see any of the real parts. There's consistency across the board, regardless of race, class, fame, status. That men that cannot commit to one woman will always pit two of them against each other. That way they're too distracted with each other that they don't notice the perpetuator of the entire problem. The Kardashians obviously had a name for themselves before who they dated. They were very different people, and they had like a JCPenney line. There wasn't any really cultural impact that the Kardashians had besides being ditzy reality stars. Their boyfriends, despite being more oppressed than them, do bring them status in the sense that they become edgier, cooler. The fans of those artists become invested in the relationship. They're like, Kylie's down, she's chill because she's dating Trav, our boy Trav. But Travis immensely benefited off of Kylie. He was famous, but he was not 50 million followers famous. Everyone being like, no, they've been in an open relationship the entire time. Did Kylie tell you that? I don't think it's insane to assume that celebrities do have business contracts to stay in certain relationships. If us normie, poor, working class folk can't leave our shitty boyfriends, I can only imagine that it's a million times harder when you're famous and feel like you can't even get close to anybody. Next part is present day. Part 14. Our girl Ro, gorgeous ever, spotted the other day on the Shade Room on set with Travis Scott. For everybody confused, this is why I decided to tell this story now. It's not news to me. It's a resurgence of something that we've seen before. Our notifications must be popping off right now. I feel like having a celebrity astrologer in my bio is probably not gonna get me accepted. If you guys are following her and see anything interesting, you know who to tell. Kylie posted a light leafly carousel. Nice, round of curated casual photos, none of them including any trace of Travis. We got a Hailey Bieber old-time friend saying exactly. No updates from celebrity deep dives. Besides that, you bitches are mean to her, despite the fact that she feeds you. The reason I keep bringing up her website and her blog post is because literally everything that I mentioned, all the comments were like, actually, it was disproven that she edited everything, Ro never even knew Travis. Like, all of those fine, detailed receipts, celeb deep dives included in her blog post. The reason I love talking about celebrities and why they interest me so much isn't coming from this superficial, shallow place of like wondering who they're dating and why. That is the symptom of what I'm interested in. Celebrity culture piques my curiosity at the root of like how concept of celebrity and fame even exists and how it's something that we just live alongside and like relentlessly pursue but also hate but also love. We desperately want to escape our lives and use their lives to escape into, and celebrities escape their lives by retreating into being normal or hiding like a normal person. I empathize with celebrities greatly. Financially, no. In the sense of, they're human as well. They're living the human condition. They're having a human experience. And it's in front of everybody? Yes. So when we look at things like astrology, they are good test subjects because we see things that are fed to us and curated to us specifically in an attempt to have a certain fixed outcome. But astrology can sometimes give us the behind the scenes of what's actually happening, what they're actually feeling and experiencing despite what we see. It's like peeking behind the curtain a little bit. If there's any celebrities watching this or high profile influencers, I would love to give you a reading. Confidentially, of course. I'm happy to sign an NDA. Miss Rogine, I'm looking at the eclipses right now. The eclipse on October 25th in Scorpio, new moon solar eclipse, is going to be conjunct her natal north node and square her natal Venus. Venus is the planet of love, money, beauty, relationships, partnerships. Eclipses expose and illuminate things that were hidden. Full moon solar eclipse on November 11th is going to be square her natal Mars. Mars is the planet of sex, action, aggression. That's going to be a big goodbye, closing of the chapter. I feel like she's on the come up. Tell me if you guys want me to keep looking into this stuff. This is real tea. This is. The ghost of Travis Scott just woke me up to show you guys this. Don't piss the hoe off. Like, I feel like this was a mistake. They're so calculated though, I don't know.
So what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna lie on me, because I posted whatever fucking story you guys wanted me to post. I pretended I didn't know you, went along with whatever fucking narrative you guys wanted to, no matter how much like bullshit I got from it. But to say you don't know me and you've never been with me, when you've definitely been with me, when fucking everybody's seen you with me, when I have pictures and videos of you with me. Come on, sir. Or like even fucking this Valentine's Day, I saw you, I ran out the door, and you had every single girl I know blowing me up, like Trav's asking for you to come back. Are we pretending that didn't happen too? Like, come on, you cheat on that bitch every single fucking night. The whole fucking city sees it. Don't do this. And I was invited to that video shoot, you guys. I personally do not go unless I'm invited there.
I'm sorry guys, I've been working. I have seen the updates, we are gonna cover them. First things first though, you cannot steal a man, okay? Men are not these powerless, helpless creatures. They actively participate, and Travis was fucking with both of these girls. The other thing is, I have been shouting out Celeb Deep Dives this entire time because she wrote the blog. She's the one that got all the facts together. Sloan recently put out a video about this, about the Roe and Kylie situation. I've watched Sloan a million times before. I like him, but he did not credit her. He's literally using screenshots from her website. I spoke to Celeb Deep Dives. I was like, hey, I did an entire series on your blog. Do you want me to tell them anything? She wanted me to mention her Haley, Justin, and Selena post. A lot of you guys asked me to cover it. I'm happy to cover them, but just know that she wrote them. CelebDeepDives.com and Sloan, please give credit where it's due. Joe posted this photo on Valentine's Day of 2020. Who is that in the back? Try lightly, Travis, baby. That was 2020. This is a few days after Valentine's Day, I think, of this year. And it says, when Gone Girl sent her people. It's cut out, but right there at the bottom. Says, yo, I wish I could tell you what happened the other night, but hashtag not messy 2022. We were almost at the end of the year. It's March 2022, the most stressful time of the year for this throuple, because it's Rose B-Day. These are the comments from like a carousel post she posted. He will always love you. I know. May 2022. If it wasn't for Google, that bitch would not know my nickname. All of the comments on this were saying bacon. October 2022. Tell her to be me for Halloween since she wants you to love her so bad. It's so disrespectful at this point. There's no way that there's not things happening behind the scenes. That's why I'm saying rule number one is keep the hoe happy. Because if they're all okay with this and it's just an open relationship like you guys say it is, then why is Ro constantly coming for her? I know people are crazy. I know there are crazy women out there. I think we all know one who's just fucking delusional. If she was just clout chasing, she's been around and she was hanging out with Drake. You think she would go after Drake, who seems far easier, rather than trying to infiltrate herself into the most complicated PR family ever. I do think she likes being the problem. I don't think she's lying for attention.
You guys are like, oh, she did this for clout. I did what for clout, bitch? I said I don't know him for clout. I didn't address the story for clout. It doesn't even make sense. If I wanted clout, I was getting offered a lot of money to do interviews, and I didn't do a single interview. I didn't do a single thing that would harm that bitch. Excuse me. I don't mean to call that bitch. I didn't do a single wrong thing. In that situation, all I say, please leave me alone, please leave me out of it. Even when she wanted me to say, please leave her alone because she started getting called the side chick, I still did that, and I respected everybody's wishes.
Okay, that was a video from 2020. I feel like she's had plenty of windows of opportunities to really expose everybody and hasn't. Let's talk about present day. Also, I'm sorry, I'm half whispering. I was working, so when I do readings, I talk in a really gentle voice, and I was having trouble transitioning out of that. That being said, if you're waiting for a reading, it is coming. Present day, this was posted last night. Travis, you need to be managed by Pimp Mama Chris because you say a whole lot of nothing every time you open your mouth. Could you guys imagine if you found 10 years worth of your boyfriend seemingly cheating and all of these subliminal things adding up? Your boyfriend just posts this on his story and he's like, yeah, I don't know her. We got this video from Ro last night of her saying basically, I have a bunch of naked photos of you. If I don't even know you, then why do I have so much content of you that I could expose? Don't pretend you don't even know me. I understand why Selena Powell exposes everybody now. Travis then puts this on his story of someone he supposedly works with being like, yeah, she's delusional. I'm just confused about this. I would think there's a lot of security on set to make sure no sus people come in. I'm not even saying this to be funny, but maybe if someone just has a BBL, they're like, yeah, they look like they're supposed to be here. He's not like sneaking a photo. And if this girl's been such a problem for so long and it's just so crazy that for years now he doesn't even know her, you would think he would recognize her there and be like, you crazy psycho bitch, how are you here, if that was the case, and then get her out. Or that the dozens of people that are there on set that know Travis would see her and recognize her. I would also assume to even be there you have to sign an NDA. If this girl is public enemy number one to this family, you would think they would like send her a cease and desist. Or if she was such a danger and a hazard and she's that psycho, a restraining order or something. Guys, the grande lash is grande lashing. I'm not high as fuck. So I hate to break it to the stan accounts, but posting pictures like this and saying he didn't do it, he could never cheat on her. Couples take photos like this and then beat each other's ass. It literally doesn't mean anything. Anyways, then Travis posts this. If he wasn't at this table on V-Day, then he wasn't with me. Like, so fucking stupid. So then Ro took out the big guns, conversations with friends about like what day she actually saw him. Maybe her brain is scrambled from all the Molly you take. It's funny. I like her in this situation. Remember she posted this about Valentine's Day of this year. This one was from 2020. My friend asked me if I saw it. By the time I even finished the last video I just filmed, it was unavailable. Another screenshot from Ro. And this is the thing too. It's not a secret. Like, it's seemingly a very well-known thing around everybody around them that like she's fucking Travis and Kylie's just at home. She posts this as well. Is there a chance she's absolutely batshit and she has fake accounts that she's messaging herself on to have these screenshots? Yes. I doubt that's the case. And this girl has followers and friends, meaning that she's probably not that delusional, and everybody close to her is like well aware of what's going on. Kylie's watching the world burn down last night, watching Handmaid's Tale. Now she's private again. The eclipse for Kylie looks triggering and emotional. It sucks for Travis. Shockingly beneficial for Ro. In the simplest of terms. Okay, funny. But in 2021, when this little number was leaked, right after Astro World, we had the typical photos of the Kardashian Jenners cosplaying as a working class relatable people with an attempt to kind of glorify or romanticize the baby mama type thing that's going on between Travis and Kylie by calling it a modern approach, which felt like a weird kind of label or cover up for a relationship that wasn't together, but that by saying the truth of that would probably make them look a little messy. Again, we know that family's main objective is to look like they have control. So it looks better to say, oh, it's a modern approach, we have this sort of dynamic, Kylie's okay with it, as opposed to this man is not willing to commit to her, we can't do anything about it because we're not managing him, and Kylie loves him, so how do we make this look appropriate or digestible for press? And in one of the pages it says they're super comfortable, but despite that they're not together, they have not been a couple for 2 years. Which is why a lot of you guys were like, no, they've been in an open relationship. But then Chloe, I don't know if maybe Chloe didn't get the memo, but Chloe stepped in and tweeted, wow, I don't know why this magazine would write this, but they are very much a couple. Which I guess technically if you're in an open relationship, you are a couple, but it's weird that they would publish that. That's like such a big statement to make unless it was given to them. This issue, like this magazine in general, seems really messy and confusing, and like that there was more than one reason why there was complications with it, obviously one of them being Astro World. But then she said that she confirmed to TMZ that they are 100% together at the moment. So you're funny for saying, bitch, did Kylie tell you? She didn't, but I'm just going off of the context clues that people are literally talking about Kylie like she's their next door neighbor and being like, oh no, she's been cool with this the whole time they're in an open relationship. Then Wyatt is like another grown woman terrorizing her. And if they're in an open relationship and Travis is fucking with this girl, then what's the problem? Why does he have to pretend he doesn't know her? And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't assume that Kylie's chill like that. Like everybody's like, I think Kylie's actually really laid back and they just decided to have a kid together and they would call it open. An open relationship is one thing, there's nothing wrong with that. But to have your baby mother at home on her 3rd trimester while you're at the strip club and literally with other women, that's not an open relationship, that's just being so disrespectful. I don't know, call me cray cray. I just feel like that's someone who's not really taking you seriously. I've had a few messages from people who live in LA and I guess have like hung out with Kylie before or something, or like in that world, whatever. And they're like, yeah, she doesn't hook up with other people, but she allows him to as long as they're together. Which to me personally doesn't feel like an open relationship. It feels like accepting your fate, like I said before. A sequence of events of when she got pregnant, Travis and Roe, and when she gave birth, and then Travis and Roe. It seems like Kylie was the interruption. Branding Travis as a family man, and how do you do that? Through the eyes of the public? Marriage. I'm actually sick. I watched this video and then I think around that time of year I posted like 2 more. I thought that in August 1st, this past summer, around Kylie's birthday, when we had the Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction happening in her 5th house of love, sex, romance, and children, I thought that maybe she was pregnant again, or that had like a private hidden behind closed doors. I genuinely thought they were going to be engaged. Her girls were wearing all white. Thought she was having a full-on bachelorette. Solar eclipse literally in 2 days is going to be Scorpio at the height of her chart, the public eye, publicity, her reputation, public image, moon being her emotions, going to have to cross over her natal Chiron, Mars, and midheaven. That's going to be a new beginning through letting go of something, closing the door on something. They shut all these rumors up, dropping a bomb that they're engaged. There's no way, right? And then the lunar eclipse on November 8th is going to be in that same house, the 5th house of love, sex, romance, opposite her moon, square her sun, and square Jupiter exactly. Yeah. Okay, I'm clocking out after this, but this girl stitched me. Watch the video and then we'll collect our thoughts.
Remember Kylie having her handmade party when she got pregnant? And in the show, the handmaid is not the wife. She's not the head of the household. The handmaid is the only one capable of having a child in these times. And I remember thinking, like, what is she doing cosplaying a handmaid, you know? But now that I'm watching the show, Kylie clearly copies the show, because Kylie isn't the it girl to Travis Scott. She's just the baby mama. I don't know.
First of all, that girl is gorgeous and I'm loving all these theories. But here's the problem where I need you guys to help me. I've never watched The Handmaid's Tale. So Kylie posted this on her story last night and in my head, I was like, oh, the message is that she's just chilling despite all this stuff happening.
Do you understand me?
Now, I'm using my context clues because I don't watch the show, but to me, that look at first from the main girl, who I'm assuming is the handmaid, the pregnant one, the mom, the one who can birth children, I am assuming, the look and the messaging looks like empathy at first. Like, do you understand me? Solidarity, which then switches to do you understand me? Asserting dominance. I tried to like figure out what her character was to prove my ability to interpret things correctly, and it says she's the wife of the commander and the arch nemesis of Handmaid. So they're enemies. I'm assuming she's the handmaid to the commander. I don't fucking know. If I'm completely wrong, you guys gotta tell me. But I just mentioned this in the astrology video. I know some of you guys hate astrology. I don't care. Listen. Transiting Saturn is directly opposite Kylie's sun. Saturn is like authority, rules, restrictions, feeling limited, feeling like you're caged about something. And your sun, being your ego, having an opposition and need for balance between the two, is like, do I stand my ground? Do I defend my ego? Or do I keep my mouth shut? The internal battle of like fighting your pride almost, especially for a Leo, in the sense that I really feel like she's fighting for her life, having to hold her tongue in defending herself. Ro is a Pisces, no surprise there, but the transiting sun is square her natal Mars, and the second eclipse on November 8th is going to be square her natal Mars. That's her emotions and her fighting, her claws coming out, her vitality to relentlessly chase and defend and fight for the things that she wants or believes in. And it's going to be opposite Venus, planet of love. Hulu, get your content.